Hello, everyone. Good day to all of you. We meet again. I'm Samson. I'm your host for today. Chat with SEGi. Hope all of you having a good day so far. We have gone through a lot of programs, a lot of questions with our guests. We have a special guest with us next. In fact, this is going to be the last session for today. The next session will be on tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. with a different program, different guests, with different titles here. Hello, Professor Riley. Good to see
Hello there,
you.
Samson. Yes, good to see
And
you.
yeah, thank you for being with us, Professor Riley. Uh,
Mm.
this is going to be we have our audiences with us today to understand more about our medical program in SEGi University. Audience, for the record, for your information, Professor Riley Ajit Suhaili is actually the Dean of Faculty of Medicine, SEGi University and Colleges. Thank you, Professor Riley. Professor Riley, before we start, the session, can you introduce to us or to the audience about yourself? Thank you.
Oh, okay. My name is Mohammed Rali Sohaili. I'm a medical doctor by training, and of course, I don't manage patients anymore. I specialize in public health. Public health is a broad field. You know, the it involves it consists a lot of things. My job is public health people consultant as I was, managing disease outbreak, preparing disease prevention strategies, all the stuff. I've been working with Ministry of Health for almost 30 years, and I was a consultant with WHO for over 5 years. And then I have been an academic this is my second university for last more than 10 years. That is briefly what my CV is. Okay, and I'm passionate about teaching. I have vast experience in working in the field. In controlling disease, outbreak, and all those things. And that's about all that I can tell you about myself. I'm prepared to answer any questions.
Good. Thank you so much, Professor Riley. Audience, for your information, at the current moment, Professor Riley is actually based in Sibu, Sarawak. Yeah, we have a medical campus in Sibu, Sarawak. We have when our students attached to the early clinical and clinical years in Sibu, Sarawak. The title of the discussion today, Professor Riley, audience, is going to be how SEGi produce better doctors and how to choose the right university to pursue MBBS or medical program. Professor Riley, to the questions here, there's a lot of medical school in Malaysia. Why a student need to consider SEGi, Professor Riley?
SEGi is unique in certain ways. The first 2 years of the 5-year program is conducted in a campus in Kota Damansara. The most crucial phase of training is the medical phase, which is a 3-year program. This program is conducted in a hospital environment. Our campus is smack in the middle of a hospital complex, which is Hospital Sibu, which is the second biggest hospital in Sarawak. And very few, apart from us, only IMU has a campus built or located in a hospital complex. So our student actually is from year 3 to year 5 onwards are studying in a hospital environment. And in Sibu, we use real patients to teach students. I know some universities use actors or what we call simulated patients, or even mannequin or robots. Well, here we don't use that. We use real patients, And the advantage of real patient is students will get to learn. They acquire the skill set on communication with patients. Clinical communication is a different ball of different from ordinary communication. When you communicate with normal people, you can apply all those principles of communication that you learn. But dealing with sick people is a different ballgame altogether. So we expose the student to that. And by the time they graduate, after final fifth year, they are more or less a mature person who can actually deal with the demand of patient care in their respective country. Now, other unique things about us is that students have a lot of opportunities being exposed to communities. We organize a lot of community-based activities here, where students learn how to deal with problem of health problem in the community. We brought them to longhouses, villages, and practice what they learn in the class. And the third thing that I think we are unique in many ways, we do have in-house people, our own lecturer to teach them, but we also engage practicing clinical specialists in all fields, including field like neurology, rheumatology, and these are passionate practicing specialists who are helping us to train our students. Okay, and in terms of practical, they have more chances, more in Sibu Hospital to observe and to assist procedures. We even allow them to do venipuncture, taking blood from the patients. So, and the other thing also that is, to me, if I'm a parents, today we just finished what do you call it, final professional exam today. The remark by external examiner from public university that if she said, if she has a son or daughter doing medicine, definitely she will send to SEGi. Because she found Sibu here is an ideal place to study, not much distractions. And you have plenty of what called good what called caste mix. This means what you see in Sibu also are the representative of what kind of patient you're going to see throughout Malaysia or even third world countries, right? And secondly, there's not much distraction in Sibu here. We don't have big mall to students to waste the time on, and it's got safe here. And in fact, those parents who have accompanied their children to Sibu here, in fact, are quite happy because they can more or less feel assured that their children will not spend time lepak in mega mall, whatever mall we have, And it's definitely a boring town in many sense because we don't have that much entertainment. Okay, and our campus here now we have our IT. We have better internet interconnectivity now. We have upgraded our network, and students now say that internet connection is much better now. So to me, whatever other university can offer, we can offer. And in fact, on top of that, we offer more. And we have, when we talk about support staff and lecturers, we believe in what we call our program is what called student centered, i.e., it's all for the students. We have a small group of passionate people here, lecturers, support staff, and adjunct lecturers. They're really passionate in teaching our students. And if you're worried about your children or children's son here, they have nothing to worry about. We look at them as if they are our children. We have staff who are contactable 24/7. When they are sick, our staff will bring them to the hospital. It has happened many times, So in terms of security, we take this responsibility seriously, right? And I don't see any reason why, unless you miss mega mall, of course you're going to miss that in Sibu. Unless you really, you can't have a genuine or authentic mamak food in Sibu here. We have fake mamak food here, of course.
Of course.
That's what it is. But apart from that, this is an ideal place to train doctors.
Oh, very nice, Professor Riley. So what I can simplify from the answer earlier, that the students go through a lot of practice, yeah? A lot of practice. Another important question that we would like to know, the audience would like to know as well. Are we the only university in Hospital Sibu, Professor Riley, or is there any other university sharing the patients or the campus with us?
Yes, UNIMAS do send their students only for one discipline, but by and large, the research hours is open 24/7 to students. The only limiting factors are students themselves. Some students are hardworking. They go to social weekend, see patient, talk to patient. We do have the kind of students. Of course, they have some other extreme forms who are well kind of lazy, but we do push them. We don't let the student alone here. And I can guarantee you, I'm the one who keep pushing students. I know how hopeful, how the expectation of the parents. I can feel for them. Having their daughters and children, I mean sons, staying in a remote place called Sibu. We take care of our responsibility very seriously.
Very nice, very nice. Another important question, Professor Riley. In Peninsular Malaysia, big cities, you can see that we have big hospitals here too, but it's overcrowded with patients and also overcrowded by some other medical school students, what is your opinion about this? Our students are in Sibu, Sarawak, East Malaysia, and some other
Okay.
medical schools in big city in Peninsular Malaysia.
Okay.
What is your comment about this? I
Okay.
like really take the
Okay.
audience.
I know the problem that they face in Klang Valley Hospital. I have friends who are in other universities. We share problem in a WhatsApp group. I don't want to comment much on that, but what I can say, we don't have such problems. Our hospital is open 24/7 for students. There is no restrictions. The patients are there for person to talk. The staff here, the hospital staff, very friendly. One remark made by our external examiner just today this morning, during the wrap up of the exam, he said he has never seen such a fantastic uh, collaboration or relationship between private university and municipal health facilities. Everyone seemed to be involved in helping students here. I don't think you can get kind of thing in other part of the country. I know very well. I'm a seasoned person. I've worked in many parts of Malaysia. Right?
Okay,
I'm born here, grew up here. I spent major part of my adult life outside Sarawak.
all right,
You name in which state I have been there.
right.
So I think I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, very good, Professor. Professor Riley, looking at the students from year 3 to year 5, what do you think is the students' biggest challenges?
Well, the biggest challenges for them is again, Sibu is a bit cut off. There's only limited number of flights from here to Kuala Lumpur. And that's one of the top in the list when we do a survey. Most of the US communications. They can't simply just get on MRT or to go there. And number two, to them, initially food is a problem. They're not used to Sarawakian style of food. As I said just now, we don't have real mama restaurant here. We have fake mama. Yes, the food is not really mama, but pretend to be mama. And this thing. And thirdly, some for international students, language of course, but that has never been an issue. So far, all the international have done well. We provide them with translators during the exam. And many patients here can speak little English. And normally we pair international students with local students so that they can share patient altogether. All right. So apart from that, they used to complain about internet. Now it's much better. SEGi has spent some money upgrading our system recently.
Nice.
So far today, also I mentioned, okay, they say no, they give thumbs up to internet connectivity now. Boredom is a challenge because not much activity. For students who are not sociable, of course they find Sibu such a boring place. But let me tell you, I've seen so many international students who met friend local people. They were in tears when they left this place. But local people, I'm South Korean myself. South Korean people are very, very simple people. We are friendly. We don't, like I'm a simple kind of person.
Nice.
I'm not bragging myself, but we don't really. As long as you want to be friends with us, it's okay with us.
Oh, very nice.
We don't judge people. You can dress any way you like in Sarawak.
Very
You
nice.
whether you cover your knee or not, we don't care.
Prof. Riley, and another thing you mentioned earlier that we the specialists in Hospital Sibu Sarawak, they are always a helping hand to guide our students. How about our own SEGi University lecturers? Can you tell us about
Oh yes,
the achievements and such? Thank you.
our SEGi lecturers are qualified and they have years of experience. They've been teaching other universities before, right? And to me the most important characteristic of lecturers here, they're highly approachable. Student can see them anytime, right? They are actually all out to help students. I'm not saying that just to make it sound good, but it is really is. Of course, sometimes we have some problem with students. Students do complain about us, about me, and it's natural in life. Sometimes there's when sometimes there's a problem with communication, then of course it's happened. And we don't let all those things to become a major issue. We counsel students, the students who have some mental health issues. We handle them. We have friends in the hospital, psychiatrists and psychologists. We bring them there. I mean, to me, as I told you, we take our responsibility seriously. Parents do not have to worry. We normally, hold their hand, bring them to the hospital, get them attended to. You don't have to worry about that part. And back to our own lecturers, there are a bunch of people who is really passionate about helping students. They all out to help students, and it is the student themselves who may feel not comfortable to contact them, but they're highly approachable. There's no need to make a prior appointment. Just drop in. I've been reminding everyone that we are here because of students, and our job is to make sure students will gain what they're supposed to gain from here, and our responsibility is to provide a conducive learning environment. Don't have to worry about our lecturers. They're well qualified, a years of experience.
Thank you so much, Professor Riley. Because I remember that you mentioned earlier that we are very much the medical school, a student-centered school.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
we take care about them. We take care about the challenges. We
Mm.
understand them. We have a mentor-mentee system policy,
Oh
uh,
yes.
Riley.
Every student is assigned to a mentor. And every end of the month, the mentee can see to the mentor anytime, but students sometimes reluctant to see their mentor. But we insist on at least once a month. We organize every last Friday afternoon of the month. All the mentees will meet their mentors. We put that in the timetable. So we make it mandatory for all the mentees to meet their mentor every last Friday of the month.
That's very good. That's very good. I think we need to engage. What is the students up to? What challenges that they face, and how we as a university that we can help. Give a helping hand to guide them not only to study and to complete the medical school. Professor Riley. Professor Riley, let's talk about our students now. What our students up to currently? What is their achievement? What was their role during during what they up to? Can you just elaborate, please, about how they have contributed to during MCO and
The
such? Thank you.
community? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Our student has, to me, the local community has owed a lot from our student. Our student has contributed. Every month, for instance, we have activities where we brought students to the field to do some simple, medical examination, screening for diabetes, hypertension, and sometimes we organize, sometimes organize some games for the local children, And during the COVID, earlier phase of COVID, our team here, consisting of staff and students, have given more than 50,000 doses of vaccine.
Okay.
It's all done by our students and staff.
All right. So they have gone through a lot of practical.
Oh yes.
Directly and indirectly, yes.
One student told me he had jabbed around 100 patients.
That's very good.
during the vaccination program.
Yeah, practice makes perfect, Professor.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So that's good. That's good. So our students are being exposed to the community.
Oh yes.
They does corporate social responsibility programs. As you mentioned earlier, they contribute back to the community by going to what is that? You call it longhouses, is it?
Longhouses.
Oh yes. The project are still ongoing now.
Yes, longhouses, kampong, and one of the most what our niche area is what we call palliative care. Palliative care means the care of patients who are facing end of life. We normally cancer patient mostly. We would bring our student to the house, the patient, and subsequently the student will go on their own with the supervised by nurse. What they do in these places are, wound dressing, pressure source management, etc. And again, and also talking to the patient, the carers, and the relative. The response from this family are so overwhelming. They're so happy to have young people, taking care of their sick member of the family and giving cheers to the patients. So these are actually, to us, is a niche for SEGi. I don't know whether other universities have the kind of opportunity. So here, every student is exposed to that kind of training. We call it palliative care training. They actually go manage patients in the last few months of their life. Sometimes our students even attended the funeral of the patients. This is part of a job of a doctor. So to me, I'm the one who is coordinating this program. I'm actually happy and proud of our student contributions. We have many anecdotes where patients are so happy with students coming to the house. I remember one patient who had died a few years ago, and I brought students there, and students talked to the patient and helped the patient with all the problems, And the family told us that was the first time they see the father smiling in months. And in fact, this late patient had keep ringing us, can you send us again back to our house? So this means our students are doing the right things. Okay, so there's plenty of opportunities for them to practice here. So to me, I say, if I have a daughter to go for medical training, this is the place I should send them, to the most boring place on earth, Sibu. It's a good place for training.
Very good. Thank you so much, Professor Ali. Thank you for talking to us about Sibu and our students were doing a good job, and you were doing a very good job there. Another important question, Professor Riley, what is needed to become a medical doctor? What is the important characteristic, as a person?
Yeah.
No, because some students, when they come to, they say, when we ask them questions, they say the money is good. The money is good. What is needed? It's all about money, or patient to be a doctor. Can you just run us through this? Thank you.
First of all, if your aim is to make money, maybe medicine is not the right one. Of course, there are many young rich doctors now, but there are many are like me. I'm a poor man, but I enjoy these professions. If I to put the clock back again, I will do the same thing. Now, what is required? First of all, minimum qualification. You must have all the right passes, decision SPM levels. You must have gone through matriculation, foundation, etc., or STPM. Those are academic ones. I'm not going to talk much about that. But the most important thing is you must have interest. Not because you're being forced by the parents. Well, sometimes I've seen some graduate who started with being forced by parents, and they fell in love. Halfway they fell in love with medicine, just like arranged marriage. When people match two individuals to get married, most of them fall in love. So the same thing with this case. Sometimes they may not think about medicine because they know nothing about it, but their uncle were doctors, their aunties are doctors, cousin doctors, and they like to emulate them. And they may start the course with a little bit of hesitations, but we are here to guide them. If there's such thing to build a patient for medicine, this is what you're trying to do here. That's why we expose them to real patients, to see how patients suffer, how they can help the patients. And normally, I think 99.9% of them really, after the third year or fourth year, they really enjoy medicine.
Oh, very nice.
Graduates who have no interest in medicine now is pursuing postgraduate degrees, become a specialist.
Very nice. Thank you. Professor Wright, final question for today. Yeah, we know there's a lot of medical school in Malaysia. How to choose the right university to study, Professor Riley? What is your opinion about this?
To me, there's no such thing as right or wrong universities. So all of us are providing a program which is accredited by MBBS. So that only issue is no issue at all. Is what do you want, and what do you expect, right? If you want a place where you don't think about that thing, just to study and just to gain experience, so that you will prepare for housemanship, this is the right university.
Right.
Okay. We don't actually boast so much about the quality of teaching. It's not the same. We are, all of us, all universities in the country are guided by have to comply with what the MQA, MMC told us to do. None of us can dare to deviate from that. So I could say any university, including us, offer the same thing. But what extra they offer that I can say that not many universities can have the same, can offer something. Once now we have one whole hospital for students.
Right.
700 hospitals for students. Right. We have so many clinics that students can go to. Some of them even one private hospital can also allow students to go in there.
Right. So this is one of the important benefits of studying in SEGi University, Professor Riley. Yeah. The hospital just belong to our medical school.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Professor Lee. Thank you for your time, Professor Riley. You have shared to us much valuable information about medical school and how competent is our students and how active are they in Sibu, Sarawak. Yeah, a small town in East Malaysia, but we're doing great things, and we have a medical school there, impacted the community, helping the community at hand. Thank you so much for your time, audience. It's a pleasure to have you and also Prof. Riley with us today. Our next session is going to be for tomorrow. The session chat with SEGi is ending today at this time. But tomorrow we will see you again with many guests, with many programs. Until then, thank you so much, Professor Riley. Thank you, audience. We will see you again. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.